there's one chore that homeowners do seem to follow through on, and that's painting. Just makes sense, you know, the tools really aren't that expensive or hard to come by, and the basic skills necessary to use them can be learned by almost anyone pretty quickly. Plus, it's paint, right? So you mess up a little bit, you can paint right over your mistakes. Well, for the most part, that's true, but don't let anyone fool you. There is a difference between a professional paint job and the ones done by most weekend warriors. So, this week we're going to try and correct that by showing you how the pros do it so that you can get the results more like theirs. The place to start is with paint selection. Now, I'm not talking about choosing your color, that's your own personal choice. I'm talking about the type of paint you select and the sheen or the texture of the finish.
Inside, almost everyone agrees that latex paint is the way to go for walls and ceilings, but when it comes to woodwork and trim, the opinions begin to split. Most homeowners and DIYers prefer to use latex because it produces less odor and it cleans up easier than oil-based paint. At the same time, I know some old-school pros who wouldn't dream of using anything but oil paint for interior moldings and trim or cabinets. That's because traditionally, oil finishes were the only way to get a hard, durable, waterproof finish. Though oil takes longer to dry, it forms a harder outer shell that stands up to nicks and scrapes. But because it does dry slowly, it continues to flow after it's applied, so brush strokes tend to disappear more easily. On the other hand, latex paints tend to resist yellowing and mildew growth better, so there was a quandary. But today there are latex enamel paints that also develop an exceptionally hard finish, so you do have a few options. The other thing to consider is the sheen of the paint. Gloss and semi-gloss paints are shiny and easily clean, but they tend to magnify flaws in the surface. On the other end of the spectrum, flat paints hide surface flaws but don't tend to deal well with cleaning or bumps and scrapes. In between, the satin, low luster, and eggshell finishes offer a good compromise with some of the benefits of each.